Morning, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video on the Range Rover Classic LSE. I know so many of you have been waiting for us to get back on this car. Now we've finally got those welding masks, we've got all the other stuff we need. We are going to be cracking on with it today. For those of you that haven't seen the previous videos on this, please feel free to go back through the back catalogue. We've got parts 1 to 5 in there. So today we are going to be concentrating on this corner. Inside the wheel arch here, we've got a panel that we bought from Easy On Panels. We cut it down, Chris joggled the edge. We've got some screws holding it in there at the moment, so it's nice and flat where he joggled that edge. We're going to be welding that in. Moving on to this panel here, again it wasn't available, so Chris made that panel up for it. Originally, the original panel had this section in it, which is an indentation to hold a load of wires the other side, and there's like a bit of a module or an ECU that bolts in there. So what we had to do was actually cut that out of the original. Chris made up this plate and actually fitted that to the new plate, so that we're going to be welding that in as well. Quite a lot of the other panels here also wasn't available, so Chris did make those up with the joggling tool and the guillotine, etc, and got all of those bang on to how they should be. So today we are going to be concentrating really on just getting all of that welded in, ground up, seam sealed up, primered. We'd love to be able to get this corner finished on the car today. There is quite a lot of welding there, believe it or not, and there's quite a bit inside here. I'm just going to grab my microphone, guys. There's quite a lot on the inside here, what we had to cut away, and that is all going to need welding up, and I'm going to have to be well on the fire duty today in there while Chris is welding all that up. Moving on to the back seal, I'm just refreshing your memory. Literally, we got these panels from Easy On, and we did not need to change the whole thing, so we did just put a repair panel in there. Again, 2 rear wheel arches. I can't remember where we got them from, possibly Easy On as well. We stuck that in, and that was in actually the last video. So that all wants cleaning up, sealing and priming in as well. And then in a previous video, we actually had to extend the boot floor. Because this car is an LSE, it's 8 inches longer here in the back footwell than any other Range Rover long wheelbase. So that boot floor would not fit. We had to extend it. So we bought 1 boot floor plus 1 boot floor section, and we had to cut and join those. So that's enough about that. If you are interested in watching that, go back through the back catalogue. It is all there. We're going to crack on and get this done. So we are pretty much all set up, ready to go. We've got the fire blanket over the engine, got a mat over the windscreen, just basically covered everything up. We've got the fire extinguisher, the water bottle, and today we got my little dog. My missus has just come up to walk them, and they've come running in to say hello. Let's get on and get it done. Where he's taking the screws out there, he's just actually filling up the holes where he's screwed the metal in. I do keep putting a little bit of water down here on the floor, just so that when the little hot filings fall off, they fall straight into that water and you hear them go straight out. So quite a bit of time lapse there, so I thought I'd cut in now and just show you that that panel is completely welded in. Chris has plug welded both of these 2 panels completely together. he's done this seam all the way along the top here, and now he is working, as you can see, all the way along on this new piece in here, and then we'll be tackling this bit down here and the small bit inside. So really moving on with it, and we should get this bit wrapped up today. Being filmed the same day that I've just done that go live. I've been so excited about it. I've been watching Chris most of the day. Two of us here, it is a bit too tight. So as you can see now, all of that is knocked down. That bit that was damaged in there has all been repaired. We've put a little plate in there. We're going to go round and treat all this rust in a minute. All the little bits that are exposed, this is only like surface rust. So we're going to treat all that with the rust treatment. This come out absolutely lovely. Chris did give it a skim, but it had a couple of low spots in it, so he has just put a bit more in there. We're just waiting for that to go off. We're going to rub that down, and then we're going to start the process of, after we've done that, of primer and seam sealing it up, trying to get it all knocked out and finished on this corner. We'll then be doing a bit of rust here, and obviously the seam sealing and the priming on that corner as well. So in this video, it looks like we're going to have the complete passenger side done and ready for paint, and that is absolutely brilliant. So the next video will be, and we're not going to really do the same as what we did in this video, because it's just repeat. We're doing the same this side as what we've done the other side. Obviously we've got that back wheel arch to stick on. We've got to clean it up and stick that on there. We've got these patches that Chris made up to obviously weld in, and also that is the new replacement inner wing that is going in there. And like I said previously, for those of you that did miss it, I did mention it in this video, Chris, just trying to get that in the right light, he's joggled the edge. So as you can see, when that sits in there, this part of it actually sits flush. Sits completely flush with that, and then he welds as a gap in between. He's welding in that gap, and then we're grinding that down completely flat, and then putting a skimmer filler in there and getting it all smooth. So we have really achieved a lot in this video so far. Let's crack on, get this all rubbed down, get that seam sealer on it, get that primer on it, get the rust treated, and then we can move on to the other side in the next video. And we ain't far off. Then we've just got to go round, move everything out of the way, cover it up, prep everything, and get it ready for that paint. That sanding block is actually connected up to our Hoover. to prevent any dust from flying around anywhere, breathing it in, going all over the floor, etc. We've got all the holes here where it's touching. Brilliant. I'll chuck a link to this pad in the description because they are a big must-have, and they attach to pretty much any Hoover, so great bit of kit to have and really, really inexpensive. Really moving along with it. All the rust has been treated with that Genelite, and we've just done the paint. We're just waiting for it to finish drying, and then we'll be going over the top of it with the old brush on seam sealer. I think you would agree that come out absolutely spot on. We're well happy with that. We did go round and treat all those little areas that were showing signs of rust coming through, so that will put a stop to that for any future problems. And then all down there, it's all primed up and we're ready, as soon as that's dry, to hit it with the seam sealer and get it all completely sealed up. As a rule, normally you would go round and make sure that all four corners are prepped. All of the work that we're doing down the side, make sure that's all prepped. Then go round and prime all of it together, both sides, and then go round and do all the seam sealer, both sides. But for the benefit of this video, obviously there's quite a lot of work left there for us. That is another good couple of days work doing the other side, and we don't want to keep you waiting. A lot of you have been really looking forward to this video, so just for the benefit of the video, we're actually doing it a little bit round the wrong way, and we're just going to seal up this one corner and show you it all completed and finished. That way you haven't got to wait for us to do the other side and then so on and go round and do all of it. So it's kind of putting a lot of the work that's going to be going on all into one video, so I do hope that that's okay. So that's all primed in, all seam sealed up now, and definitely ready for paint. All the way around, everything that we've welded in has all been seam sealed up, so we're good to go now. While Chris has been cracking on there, I went ahead and done all of the seal and the back wheel arch. So I basically flattened it all off. There was some surface rust around the holes where the side skirts fit on. There was a little rust bubble coming up here, so I treated it. I've gone straight over the top with some seam sealer. And as you will remember, just round this post, it was starting the surface rust. So I treated that as well, primed it, and then went over that with a seam sealer. Here I got a little bit thicker because this is where we entered the new plate. So I've seam sealed all that up, done it all underneath. I'm not going to lie down under there. And then just onto the rear wheel arch here. I did that plate on the inside. Obviously, there's going to be a lot going on under here. So I've just seam sealed up where that plate went on. And in here on the back wheel arch, this plate is actually spot welded to this panel. And there was some surface rust coming up on the spot welds. Those are the spot welds there for this plate, and this is basically a part of it, so you can see how it went on. So there's all spot welds behind here every few inches, and they started to go. So I thought, you know, I've got that seam sealer out, you can never get behind here or see behind here, so I'm actually going to clean all that up, rust treat it, and I seam sealed that as well, just to prevent any water ingress in the future. That is the idea of this seam sealer. It seals up all the seams. We don't want any water getting in there and having it rust. We want it to last for many, many more years. One of you did reach out to me, quite a few of you actually, when you said, are we going to be doing rust prevention for the future, i.e. inside the chassis, a wax oil, etc, etc. And someone said, Rob, do try the Dinatrol product. He swears by it, he's been using it for years. So I actually reached out to Dinatrol, and this was earlier in the year, and they really, really liked the idea of the project that we was doing. I explained that one of our subscribers reached out and said he swears by his product. So this is really a massive thank you to Dinatrol, because they hooked us up with everything we're going to need once this car is all painted to get it sealed up and corrosion prevention forevermore. So thank you very much for that, and thank you to the guy in the comments that suggested this back earlier in the year when we did start this car. So really looking good now, and this side is ready to hit with a bit of base coat. It is pretty much ready. So I've just literally covered it all up to take a nice thumbnail picture, and I wanted to say what we think is next. Basically now we want to try and get the other side to this stage. Once that's done, we can start concentrating on getting some of the little jobs done. We need to go right through the inside, clean all the floors up, get some paint on them, get them protected so that there's no rust on them, and it's going to prevent any rust in the future. We do know that it got quite damp inside. Obviously it was sat outside for 9 years, and one day we heard the sunroof button clicking when we run it, and I tapped the button and the sunroof actually opened on its own, and then we really struggled. We had to wind it shut by hand with the little Allen key up there. So we'll be looking into the issue with that. We know it's probably more than likely a wiring fault, so we need to get in, crack on and get that done. And then after that, it's that roof lining. We're going to get that ordered up. We've got the actual hardboard bit of it in the other workshop, and it is all laid out, it's all been cleaned, it's covered up and it's ready to go. And a lot of you was really interested in seeing that roof lining done. So we'll try and get that sorted out. We did have one arranged, but nothing ever actually come of it. So we're not going to wait any longer. We're going to crack on, get one ordered and get that job done. But we do need to concentrate on getting all this nipped up first. So we get that ordered, and while we're doing that, we'll be waiting for it, and we'll get on and do that roof lining. So that is a bit of an update on that Range Rover. Again, another very productive day, and we're happy with what we got done. It's pretty much repeat now onto the other side. So it's been a really long day. Excuse me, sorry, just getting comfy. It's been a very long day. Obviously we went live today at 1 o'clock, and again, thank you to everybody that joined in on that live feed where we revealed the 100,000 subscriber plaque. Quite a lot of you did ask what it said on there, so I'm just trying to get that because you couldn't see it when we was live. But presented to Salvage Rebuilds UK for passing 100,000 subscribers, and we're made up for that. I just wanted to put a bit in the end of this video just to say all of your comments, etc. I will be reading through them, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Once again, massive shout out to Dinner Troll for hooking us up with those products. We really do appreciate it, and we'll put their link down in the description. And the links for anything that we used, I'm trying my hardest to keep putting those in the description, because I noticed in the comments throughout this year, a lot of you do always ask what we're using, and I never used to put the links in there. So I am adding those links as and when I can, and I really do hope that they are helping you out. Anyway, enough waffling on. I'm sure everybody's got things to be getting on with. Thank you all very much for watching. Check out the merch. The link is in the description for them little sneak peeks throughout the day. Instagram, Salvage Rebuilds. We put them out and it gives you an idea of what there is to come. Like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you all very soon in the next one.